Okay, let's go over your study guide for this unit, Unit 6. First problem, the three interior angles of a triangle have a measure of 5x, 2x plus 10, and 3x minus 20. What is the degree measure of the smallest angle? So I would always start by drawing a picture. Here's my triangle. I have angle measures of 5x, 2x plus 10, and then 3x minus 20. I know that all the angles of a triangle add up to 180, so I can write the equation 5x plus 2x plus 10 plus 3x minus 20 is equal to 180. Now I'm just going to solve that equation for x. I can combine like terms. 5x plus 2x plus 3x is 10x. And then 10 minus 20 is negative 10 equals 180. I can add 10 to both sides. I get 10x is equal to 190. Divide both sides by 10. And it looks like the x is equal to 19. Now the question is, what is the degree measure of the smallest angle? So I need to figure out what these angles measures are and which one is the smallest. So if I substitute 19 in for x here, I get 3 times 19 minus 20. 3 times 19 minus 20 is 37, so this angle is 37 degrees. If I plug in 19 for x here, I get 5 times 19, which is 95 degrees. And then if I plug in 19 for x here, I get 2 times 19 plus 10, which is 48 degrees. So it looks like my smallest angle is 37 degrees. All right, if I look at the next one, what is the value of n in the figure below? Well, this is an exterior angle, and my theorem tells me that this remote interior angle n plus this remote interior angle 30 equals 70. So if I subtract 30 from both sides, I know that n has to be equal to 40. If I look at this next one, triangle QRS, it says, what is the angle measure of QRS? So Q is my first point, then I go to R, which is going to be the vertex, and then S. So I'm trying to find the measure of this angle here. Well, I know all the angles in a triangle add up to 180, so I can do 180 minus 25 minus 45, which means that this angle has to be 110. All right, next one, number 4. In the figure below, what is the measure of angle X? Well, I see here that this makes a triangle. So I want to find the measures of these two angles that are in the triangle, then I can find X. Here, I can see that 115 and this angle are supplementary. So I can do 180 minus 115 to figure out that that angle measure is 65. Same thing here. 135 and this angle are supplementary. So I can do 180 minus 135 to figure out that this angle measure is 45. So now I know all the angles in this triangle are 180. So if I do subtract 65 and I subtract 45, I'll get angle X. So 180 minus 65 minus 45 means that angle X has to be 70. For the next one, this triangle HJK is shown in the figure below. What is the measure of, here's G, H, J. Remember, the middle letter is always your vertex. So I'm trying to find the measure of this exterior angle. 2 ways I could do this. I know that 4x plus 82 gives me the measure of the exterior angle. I also know that 2x minus or plus 2 and this angle are supplementary, so they add to 180. But it looks like the first thing I need to do is figure out what x is. So to figure out what x is, I know all the angles in a triangle add to 180. So 4x plus 2x plus 2 plus 82 is equal to 180. Now I'm just going to solve this equation. 4x and 2x is 6x. 2 and 82 is 84 equals 180. Subtract 84 from both sides. So 6x is equal to 180 minus 84, which is 96. Divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 16. So now I can figure out what this angle measure is here by substituting in 16 for x. So 2 times 16 plus 2. 2 times 16 is 32, plus 2 is 34. So if this angle measure is 34 degrees, I know this angle and this angle are supplementary. So if I do 180 minus 34, I'll have this angle here. 180 minus 34 is 146, which is D. On to the other side, I have a right triangle, JKL. What is the measure of K? Here's K, L, M. Well, I know this is 90 because of the box. Again, though, I'm going to have to figure out what X is. So to figure out what X is, I know all the angles in this triangle add to 180 degrees. So 6x plus 4x plus 90 is equal to 180 degrees. If I want to solve that equation, I get 10x, 6x plus 4x is 10x, plus 90 is 180. Subtract 90 from both sides, 10x is equal to 90. Divide both sides by 10, x is equal to 9. So now I can figure out here that 6x would be 6 times 9, which is 54. So 54 plus 90 gives me this exterior angle here. And 54 plus 90 is 144. Next one, F is parallel to H. So 9x would be corresponding with this angle. So this angle would also be 9x. And now I know that 9x plus 3x gives me 180 degrees because these two are supplementary. So 3x plus 9x equals 180. And again, I figured that out because these two angles here are corresponding. So they have to be congruent. So 12x is equal to 180. Divide both sides by 12. X is equal to 15, which is A. Next, triangle NPQ. What is the measure of angle NQP? Remember, Q has to be the vertex. So to figure out that measure, again, first thing I have to do is solve for x. So all of these angles, 2x and 134 and 2x plus 2 add to 180 because all of the angles in a triangle add to 180. 2x plus 2x is 4x. 134 plus 2 is 136 equals 180. If I do 180 minus 136, I get 44. So 4x is equal to 44. Divide both sides by 4. X is equal to 11. So then I want to find this angle measure, which means I can substitute 11 for x. 2 times 11 plus 2. 2 times 11 is 22. Plus 2 is 24 degrees, which would be C. Number 9, which one is equivalent? So remember, we have the same base. We're going to subtract the exponents. So keep the base, subtract the exponents, and I get 10 to the negative 4th. I don't like negative exponents, so cross the line, change the sign, and I have 10 to the 4th. What is 10 to the 4th power? 10 times 10 times 10. Well, it's not this answer choice, not this answer choice. Can't be this answer choice because there's no 1, so it has to be B. Number 10, which statement regarding the number of solutions for this linear equation below is true? So if I distribute over here, I get 12x plus 32 minus 9 equals, and on this side, 6 times 2 is 12x again, minus 16 plus 39. So far I see that my variables are the same, which means there can't be one solution. So now if I combine like terms, I get 12x equals plus 23. 32 minus 9 is 23 equals 12x negative 16 plus 39 is also 23. So since both sides are exactly the same, the answer is A. There are infinitely many solutions. Which has no solution? So again, I have 4 x's on this side, none on this side. That can't be the answer. There's one solution. 4 x's, none, can't be the answer. There's one solution. On this side, for C, I have 6x minus 12. On the other side, I have 6x minus 12. Those are the same on both sides, which means there's infinitely many solutions. So then for D, I have 6x minus 12, and then on this side, I have 6x plus 12. These are not the same, so D has to be your answer. No solution.